No cute outfits for you guys because it's in the 30s. Is it in the 30s?
No.
It was this morning. So you guys get the repeat sweatpants routine of just like cycle through the sweats, you know?
We need some new sweats, guys. Some of these have been cycled for a while. It's 56,
long as you-
56 degrees.
Ooh, it did not feel 56. Cool. Welcome to episode 20 of the No Regrets podcast. Woo! Wait, they're in my pocket.
No, Blitz.
Because Blitz was trying to eat them before. Wait, I want the blue one. You can have the gold one. Actually, yeah, I want that one.
Haha.
No.
Wow. What did you do?
I didn't. I smushed them. Well.
Wow. What a letdown. What a letdown. Dude, it's not making any noise.
Well. That's all we got with the kazoos. Blitz, they're broken. It's all over, buddy. We need new kazoos. I'm on the hunt for the ones that have like the paper thing going. And then it
People
rolls
listening,
back
just listening and not watching are just like, what's going on here?
up. No, you could pretend you heard a kazoo noise and we're moving on. It is episode 20. Woo! Can you believe we've been doing this for over 20 weeks? Because we haven't hit all 20 weeks back to back. But
Pretty much. We only missed 1 week.
no, we've 1 week. Anyways, there's plenty of episodes for you guys to watch and keep up with all the crazy stories. We have more crazy stories for you guys, starting with Blitz, the less than best boy. I'm mad at him from this week. We have been dealing with adventures with Blitz. This morning, I didn't even tell you the full story, so you know the gist of it. Blitz threw up in my car.
I feel like we need something for this segment.
Blitz threw up in my
Keep talking.
car, and where are you going?
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Okay, bye. Looks like I just do the podcast by myself now. Oh, I know.
We needed this for this story.
I know. I think. Yes, I guessed right in my head. Show everyone. We should incorporate this somehow in the podcast.
Yeah,
Okay, do you want me to
Blitz,
continue
Blitz
my
been
story?
having lots of problems.
I know everybody, if you're a dog lover out there, every dog has its own unique, or special problem. Like Spunky, if you guys are OGs around here, Spunky was my childhood doggie that passed away last year. Her issue was when she no, she didn't bite or chew anything. She hated her crate. Like, every dog has their own little thing. Like, Blitz is the best boy at everything except he has the eating problem. Like, will eat trash and socks and tape. So
And that
if you
leads
ever...
to...
I don't know if people can hear that. Gerard is in the back right now behind the camera and has never heard that either. So a while back I got Blitz buttons because I wanted to teach him how to hit the button and ask to go outside. He hates that button just as much as he hates the kazoos. Yeah! Good job, buddy. Well, we did not finish.
He was supposed to
teaching
use
him.
this for when he had to go to the bathroom.
There is so much
Get
happening
out.
right now. But yes, he was supposed to learn how to use that button to ask to go outside. And we have other buttons where we want to teach him to do cool tricks and everything. We just never got around to it. Sorry, Blitz. But that is the
Well, like his
bathroom
other
button.
problem, he likes to try to eat this thing.
But let me tell you the full story from this morning. Actually, you guys get the full story from the week. So Blitz ate something early in the week. Matt has been up. I'm dead when I sleep. I don't hear you guys get up half the time. Sometimes I hear you guys get up. At least I helped last night, let him outside when he was having all of his bathroom issues. But you came home from coaching 5 and 6 a.m. on Wednesday, and Blitz had to be thrown in the tub and get washed. That's how bad these bathroom situations have been. And then this morning, I took him to the gym because he's always excited to go to the gym, but I wanted to get him away from you so you got a couple good hours of sleep without being disturbed by Blitz's bathroom issues. And it literally takes 7 minutes from our house to get from the house to the gym. Within that 7 minutes, he decided to throw up in the car. Throw up all of his issues that he was having in the car. The funny thing is I was like, I didn't even hear it. Like, he's literally sitting in the passenger seat, and I did not hear him throw up. It was like the most silent throw up situation ever. He was just like laying there, but I did hear him doing like, he wasn't eating it, so that's.
So you smelt it, or?
Oh yeah. When I came back from coaching class, I opened up my car.
Oh my, you didn't realize till then?
I didn't realize until then. Because he like jumped in the passenger seat and then kind of like looked down again. I go, what is he trying to eat down there? Like, I didn't have anything. And then I saw it was that. So the whole car ride home, I'm just like, nope, because now I got to get home and at 7:30 a.m., like, I get to clean throw up out of my car. Like, I took him to the gym so he could like run in and out the door if he had that situation. But no, he decided to throw up in my car. Thank you, Blitz. Adventures with the best boy. So that's been the majority of the week. Other than that, guys, it's been a great training week. I actually don't feel like trash today, which is nice. That rarely happens, so thank you. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I kind of felt like trash after D-ball cleans yesterday, but that's D-ball cleans for you. Have you had a good week?
Yes, the Texas Rangers won the World Series.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, that was last night.
Exciting.
It was awesome.
Well, I'm that person that's only started watching baseball because the Texas Rangers were in the World Series. So it was exciting to learn about baseball and then watch your hometown team win the World Series. Gerard has been wearing his Texas Rangers hat the whole time, so they probably won because of Gerard back there. Let's just say. I think that's why they won. But maybe I did ask Matt to get me a T-ball set now. Go Sports.
You just need a wiffle ball bat and just like a
I thought it was
wiffle ball set.
Is it wiffle ball or wiffle ball?
I don't know. It's probably wiffle ball.
I think I need to start from the tee. I think I need to start from the tee.
No, just do soft toss. You don't need a tee. You can start with soft toss.
I don't know, guys. Y'all have way too much faith in me.
Well, I have seen her try to play pickleball.
Yeah. It wasn't, hey, it was my first time. Hand-eye coordination. I can do anything like body weight, gymnastics, skills, flips, twists. You tell me to do all that stuff. You tell me to like throw, catch, or hit a ball. Don't even get me started on like kicking a ball like soccer. I'm going to work on those things though. Maybe like a max soccer ball kick comes up.
You should start
in the
practicing
games.
your throwing with Blitz in the green ball in the gym.
Like you do?
Yeah.
Off of the wall. You've been working on your left-handed throws.
Working that ambidextrous.
You know when people say that word? I know, I've always known
Trying to
what
get
that
amphibious in here.
Well, hey, that's what I was gonna bring up. Is anytime someone says that word, ambidextrous, like I've always known what it meant, but it makes me think of like becoming a frog. Let's see. I feel like there was one other thing that I wanted to talk about this week. No? Yeah, no, yeah. What did we do last weekend? All right.
We went to a local comp.
Oh, yeah. That was super fun. If you guys kept up with my story, we went to a local comp held out at Tiger's Den. Matt ran us into a curb pretty hard. It was, my life flashed before my eyes. We lost a tire. But all in all, everything, like, besides the actual fact of blowing out a tire, we survived and everything worked out okay for where we were and everything. But the local comp out at Tiger's Den, like, it was super fun. We had a couple of teams competing out there. We had a blast. The competition was well run, and I'm all for promoting any of those local comps that are well organized and helping like promote that competitive spirit in a healthy way. So I think Tiger's Den did a great job of doing that. I think it was called the Haunted Wads. It was cool talking to the owners and the people over at Tiger's Den because it said it started as a in-house competition and then kind of grew into a local competition over the years. So that was really cool. Gave me a lot of brainstorming ideas. I loved the community that they had over there. The gym was super awesome. It was in like this old warehouse.
It was very cool.
Yeah, very cool vibe
setup.
to it. Some artwork in there, which I'm a fan of. Some like hand-painted tigers everywhere. And the teams had fun. They did great. It was fun watching them throw down.
Second and third.
Second and third for the dudes. They're a good group of dudes. They have a lot of fun competing. Other than that, same old, same old. Lots of fitness, lots of coaching, lots of funny reels. Actually, the one that I posted last night, if you guys are keeping up with it, I personally didn't like, but y'all seem to love, and that always happens. Why does it be like that? Sometimes I feel like I get you guys, and sometimes I feel like I don't. Like, I almost didn't post that one, and people are, like, loving it. So, thank you for keeping up with my weirdness on Instagram and all of the above.
You got to just post what you think is cool and what you want to post, and then you'll get the following that vibes with that.
No, that was exactly my point. The ones that I think are funny, people don't think are funny.
You don't need to. Then your channel changes to just what your followers are.
Oh, I know. But I'm just saying.
And then it's not. Then
sometimes I'm like, this one's gonna be a hit.
They drive your content.
And then it's not.
And not you.
And then I'm like,
you are the one who
this
needs to
one's
drive
weird.
your content. You're the one that needs to drive your content.
Thank you for the content advice. You know who possibly could put out great content is you. You should. Just go all influencer on them. Like, show them the abs. Show them the abs. Post great content.
I am not an influencer.
Okay. We have to address the box in the room. Right there. A super exciting news, you guys. I wish our kazoos worked, but we have a brand new official sponsor. Make that kazoo noise. There we go. Resin is an official sponsor of our podcast and, of course, training. So that is super exciting. I get to read my first podcast blurb, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how this process has worked over, quite a few weeks. We've been planning this out, and it is official. Resin is officially part of our team. So here we go. I don't want to screw up my first podcast blurb, so hopefully we only have to read
Drum
this
roll.
one time. Wait, stop shaking. Stop shaking everything. I have to be able to focus. I might have to get you to read sometimes. All right. This podcast is brought to you by Resin. You guys, Resin is changing the game when it comes to hydration because now we got caffeine in the equation. This is the easiest way to get my attention, is to say the word caffeine. And now you're telling me I can have caffeine and stay hydrated all at the same time. Their product Endure is not just another electrolyte drink mix, but a complete pre-workout that ensures you get the most out of every serving. Each box of Resin Endure comes with 15 stick powder packets that you'll add to 12 to 20 ounces of water, shake it up, and enjoy 30 minutes prior to your activity. But if you're like me, you'll be sipping on that delicious energy in a bottle all day because I can't control myself when it comes to great flavors like blue raspberry, watermelon, and peach mango. Notice I did not say bananas because bananas are nasty. Do not make a banana flavor, Resin. I will quit right here. Do not make a banana flavor. Anyways, here's what is in each Resin Endure packet. 150 milligrams of natural caffeine, that's what we love, plus 250 milligrams of L-theanine, 780 milligrams of electrolytes, 1,250 milligrams of coconut water powder, plus 750 milligrams of beetroot powder, 3 to 4 grams of organic cane sugar, natural flavoring that does not include banana. If you're a banana lover out there, I'm not with you. Resin delivers consistent energy without the crash. this means we can finally have the best of both worlds, guys, when it comes to caffeine and hydration. Guys, I've been adding it to my training and have very much enjoyed using this product, so I hope you guys check it out. Oh, shoot. I forgot one thing. To look up what my discount code is. Be sure to check out GoResin.com to shop Endure and other bundles these guys got for us. That's GORESN.com, and use my code BIGBECCA to save on your orders. And stick around with us to hear about other exciting things that they have coming. We are talking lots about some upcoming projects with these guys, but it is the official kickoff of Big Becca, Resin, the podcast. Thank you, Resin. It has been a little bit of a journey getting to this point, but I mean, I've enjoyed talking to these guys and seriously have enjoyed using Resin, staying a little bit more hydrated because I am not good about doing that. And then, guys, it's delicious. I hope you guys can check it out if you're looking to get into, add a little bit of this hydration and this stuff into your training. So
This is the first time, this is the peach mango, you said?
that's peach mango.
The first time I've tried it, it's ridiculously good. Like,
I figured you would
seriously,
like
I like
that
that.
one.
It's really good. I mean, I've had the other ones and they're good, but this is the first one that I've had of. This is really good.
Yeah. And honestly, folks out there, I'm pretty picky about like flavors. Like I've tried some of our other hydration companies that we've gotten samples of and everything, and I could get them down. It wasn't something I was like excited to make. I just kind of made it to make sure I stayed hydrated during training, especially in the summer. We kind of like started trying these guys and experimenting with them towards the end of summer. So I've been adding them into training for quite a few weeks now, and seriously really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys can go check it out. We have been talking to the owner of Resin, and overall, like, just really vibe well with this company. So we are excited to see where this journey brings us. And I kind of wanted to touch on that conversation before we got to our Instagram kind of topic, main piece of our podcast, is just, if you guys have been around for a while, you would know, like, we've steadily grown over the last couple years, starting from like content creating right before we qualified for the CrossFit Games, and then continue our content creating. Fun fact is we met Gerard, who's standing back there, like right before semifinals. Then we made it to the games in 2022, and all of our content has like really, really grown since then. So to have these opportunities to be able to work with brands like this is something very new for us, and also like very challenging because you want to represent, and of course I only want to represent brands that I'm really using and really believe in. So this has been a long time coming with this company, and I really, really like them, and we're going to do some fun things with them, hopefully in the future. So you guys stick around. Resin is a part of our team. Thanks, guys, and be sure to check them out. That's what I got. Matt says the peach mango is good.
Very good.
Peach mango, blue raspberry, and watermelon. That's what we have right now. I'm sure we'll have plenty more in the future. No bananas will be coming, at least my way. Is there a banana drink somewhere? That sounds disgusting anyway. That sounds disgusting. Gerard, are you a banana person?
I like bananas because of what it gives me, but that's pretty much
It's not like
I mean, there's,
banana.
I just got some of those.
banana nut bread.
banana.
That's like the worst thing ever to
Have
me.
you
Like,
seen
I'm
that?
allergic to nuts. I hate bananas. Like that.
We got to play Gerard that Instagram banana nut bread thing.
What?
That thing made me laugh so much. The thing I sent you about the banana nut bread at work.
I
Anyways,
don't remember this.
it's, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
I just got some Jocko Mulk banana. I'm excited to try that.
Ew, no.
Banana protein.
Like in a.
You ever had one of those bomb pops? It's like chocolate, banana, chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
know
That
which
like
ones
that
you're
ice cream
talking about.
banana flavor. Like that's good
Why would you choose to
Yeah,
eat ice
that's what
cream
I mean.
that's banana flavored?
because it's good.
It is good, the banana. Like,
It's like
frozen bananas are good. Frozen bananas are good.
I never had frozen bananas. I mean, I don't mind banana. I used to eat bananas more, but I don't anymore. Just very high in sugar. So kind of.
You guys are making me sick.
I eat other fruit.
You guys are making me sick.
I like fruit just in general.
Yeah.
Wow, we got a lot of responses on, and I know a lot of them are going to be repeats, but yesterday, or actually last night on Instagram, I asked you guys to give me the skills you're trying to get, or what skills that have been most challenging for you to get. And I got a lot of great answers. My goal with kind of this part of the podcast, usually I just ask you guys for just random questions. Oh my gosh, did Jen not give us a question? I'm going to have to scroll through these and see if Jen gave us a question. She better not be slacking on her job. But where I was going with kind of this segment, or this new, like, kind of giving us some direction to talk through on the podcast, was just, one, helping you guys, kind of giving you a little bit of just generalized direction to help get you these skills. I had some really great conversations with some athletes this week of like, I'm trying to get this specific skill and I'm doing the progressions, but it's just not, like, I feel like I'm at a standstill and not getting anywheres. And what I want to do today is really challenge you guys to, like, change up your thinking when it comes to learning something new, or really just kind of presenting the hard truth of, like, learning new skills and how to really attack them. And that might not be just like a bar muscle up, a ring muscle up, a skill like you do in the gym, but it might be like a mental skill, it might be organization, it might be other life tasks that we need to get through. So we're going to start off with a couple of obviously just CrossFit skills, because that's the majority of these responses. There's some funny ones on here too. The first thing I will start with is my skill that I'm learning right now, is a ring back roll to support. I need your help with that. I talked to you yesterday that I'm having serious trust issues because I need a spot to get up to the high rings with those, and I'm scared that you will drop me.
You're just scared.
I'm scared. Well, of course. Of course. It's a scary skill. There's a lot happening.
No, you just,
If you guys
you just let
don't
go
know
of
what
the
that
rings
is,
and land
you
on your
let
feet.
go of the rings and then you land what?
On your feet.
I was a gymnast for 10 years before that. It's that
Guys,
easy.
do you want me to see me get one before Rebecca? Because I'll just YOLO it up there.
That wouldn't happen. You'd die.
No.
You would die.
Who won on the wall-facing handstand push-ups?
That's not that's strength. And we know you're a better presser than me. Next he's going to bring up who won 19.1. It's the only workout
No,
like
I
you've
don't-
ever beat me in.
That's
Because it
not-
was
not
rowing and
true,
wall
not
balls. Yeah, but I just wanted to share that I'm trying to get a back roll to support. It's basically you're swinging on the rings, you're flipping all the way over and catching yourself in bottom support. If you guys have been keeping up with my Instagram stories, I got it on the low rings, and now I'm trying to figure out how to get it to the high rings, but I'm just going to have to, like, yeet it up there. So you guys are answering things like chest to bar pull-ups, double unders, I see some handstand walks, some bar muscle ups, anything gymnastics based. There's been a lot of F-bombs on here in front of, like, double unders. So let's pick a couple of things. Biggest, when it comes to, like, all your gymnastic skills, I have a lot of programs available on my website. Let me start with something like chest to bars. Let's start from, like, easiest skill to most challenging skill that I have on here. Give us, like, what do you see, Coach Matt Bear? What do you see in most athletes that can do a chin over bar pull-up but cannot do a chest to bar pull-up? What would you say?
You need to get stronger. It's not skill development. If you're doing
was
a
thinking the same
kipping,
thing.
if you're doing a kipping chin over bar pull-up, to do a chest to bar pull-up, you need to get stronger. So stronger through your lats, through your scaps, and just stronger pulling through more range of motion. That can even be banded sometimes, doing some banded strict chest to bar, and just got to build some strength. And you don't necessarily get stronger, just trying to do kipping chest to bar pull-ups. It's like there's ways of strengthening your scaps and your lats, and doing some designated strict work. That's what's going to help you get stronger. If you have the basic skill, you have the skill in that context of if you're doing kipping pull-ups. You somewhat have, I mean, you can always clean that up, but yeah, that's what I would say.
Agreed.
I would say there's so
The
many of
hard
these that are like
truth.
so many of these things that people say, I want this skill. They're really they're limited by strength or body weight or core strength, something that's like they need before they are doing drill work or skill work. It's not the skill as much as the foundational level of that skill.
Point 1 of skill development. Question from the audience back here.
No, I was just gonna say one of the issues that I had with chest to bar pull-ups was mobility. Right? Being able to, I would get up there, but I couldn't pull my chest to the bar. I would be there, but I always get no rep. So I started working on my mobility as far as like being able to bring my scap all the way back. And that was one of the biggest issues that I had.
Yeah.
Gerard was saying.
Go ahead. Repeat what Gerard said.
Gerard was just saying one of the biggest things that hindered him when it comes to chest to bar is he felt like his mobility, like actually physically being able to open your chest and touch it to the bar was, I mean, that's a lot of people. Is like they have that last little bit to get to the bar.
So that's a combination of mobility and scap strength.
Yeah, and so point being, what Matt said, and I agree with all that, and that's exactly where I wanted to like hit on some of this, like learning a new skill, kind of idea of how you approach training is one, hard truth. Be honest with yourself. Like if you're trying to get these big skills, and you guys did type out all the big fancy, especially gymnastic skills up here, is be honest with yourself of where you're at with your strength. A lot of us don't like to admit, like, if I can get my chin over the bar, that's one thing, but pulling my chest to bar is a whole nother game. And that's the biggest thing I see in a lot of athletes starting to learn, especially bar work in gymnastics, is that underdeveloped lats or lack of lat strength to be able to control yourself on the bar and be able to pull yourself to super high heights and everything for chest to bars and bar muscle ups and everything. But thing is if you come in here, if you go to your gym, and be a little bit just crazy stubborn about every day I'm going to go get some lat pull downs or some some dumbbell rows, anything that to strengthen up that foundation.
This is what we always preach when you're doing the accessory work is don't go heavy, focus on your range of motion. I can go heavy on a lat row, but only pull to a certain position. If I pull all the way to my thumb to my armpit, now I'm working that scap too and helping me develop that strength to pull all the way through. So I see people doing accessory work and they're not prioritizing. They think they're doing better by prioritizing weight rather than the range of motion. And I think you can get so nuanced on this, and this is where I can go down a rabbit hole. But like, why are you trying to do a chest to bar? And just a chest to bar for the sake of a chest to bar. I mean, yeah, it's great if you have a competition but always going back to doing the foundation. I guarantee you there's people in here, there's people I see that do chest to bars, and they fling themselves up and they overextend at the top and they're able to touch, but they have a really hard time connecting reps or connecting more than one or two because they don't stay hollow when they pull and they're not really efficient at your kip. So we can always go back to having that kipping swing tighter and working on staying hollow when you pull, even if you're like, I want to get to be hollow at chest to bar, but I'm not there yet. But hollow when you're pulling to your chest and not just forsaking the whole thing to get your chest to actually touch. Think about like the movement in totality, and it's just like a general progression. But sometimes we get so caught up into like my chest touching the bar that now I'm doing some weird floppy version of a pull-up or some weird pseudo kipping swing with butterfly style pull-up because that's what people see. And that's not necessarily making you better. So you got to kind of like look at the full, what is your goal, and then like
why are you doing this?
Why are you doing it? And then like, and just the sake of doing it to do it is great too. Like you're gonna have to build strength, and any pursuit is cool. Like I want to get one chest to bar, then I can work on cleaning them up. But I would say even if you're doing kipping, you can probably do those better. And something that I've seen you work with people before is practicing pulling to hollow, like even if it's a banded kipping, and pausing for a second at the top. It's a really good way to build strength and teaching you to pull to hollow and then pushing back into your next rep. But I could go on forever on that. But
You programmed
that's why you need a coach sometimes too to help
programmed
you.
strict pull-up complex today, and I was kind of being a little bit annoying on the annoying coach side of like, I will put you to a different variation or give you a band to help you scale these strict pull-ups, because like it was surprising people how fast their strict pulling went and how they were getting such little range of motion. And at the end of the complex, we actually had a chin over bar hold, and we had everyone in my 6 a.m. crew, like literally just stand, like not even on the pull-up bar, stand and learn how to engage their lats and their scaps back there, so you actually start developing that. So there's so much that goes into these skills besides like, stop. I mean, it's so much more than just going to YouTube and then finding out this like one fancy cue that helps you maybe get the skill, but how, you have to think about how do I really progress on the skill, and what am I really lacking to like really perform this skill really, really well. So that's like the long answer of what like this whole segment is going to be about. I'm going to move on to another skill to kind of talk about another point that I had. Handstands. Handstands are written a lot on here, and that's probably my all-time favorite skill ever, because there's a little bit of a fear factor in there. There's a whole lot of body control needed. There's a whole lot of mobility. There's a whole lot of strength needed. But the biggest thing when it comes to handstands, and we coach adults for the most part in here, is like learning the whole upside down world and really getting comfortable doing something like you're not really supposed to experience. Like learning, it's people try to compare it to like walking on your feet, and eventually it kind of gets there, but it's never like really the same as walking on your feet unless you walk on your hands more than your feet. But what I'm getting at is like that visualization and doing the reps to kind of like the mental reps to think through the skill. That's a lot of handstands for me, because I see people think or just try this skill and like, I'm trying to, or waiting for this magical cue, and I'm like, no, you got to really think through the reps. Think about what your body is doing upside down. Get those mental reps in, and then make all these drills and everything count. So one of my favorite programs I've ever written up is my handstand walk program, and it kind of takes you through these progressions from laying on the ground to slowly getting all the way upside down. So handstand walks are kind of like how I feel about my back roll to support. It's a little bit of a fear factor for some people, and a lot of people wrote those on here. So my big thing for when you're learning a skill like that is visualization. Practice it in your head over and over and over, so when you go for the actual handstand walk, it's like not as scary, and you can actually start feeling muscle groups work. Pistols. I like that that was written on here too. Pistols are 100% mobility.
Well,
I would say like 95% mobility.
For most people,
I would say like 95%.
For the majority of people, it's mobility. Well, I don't know. The majority of CrossFitters, strong CrossFitters, it's mobility. Like you're going to get better at them through mobility work. And you can practice some stuff like eccentric box step downs, like lateral box step downs and stuff like that. But once you reach a certain strength level with your back squat or front squat, whatever, then it's really just your ability to have ankle and hip mobility.
Yeah, I almost enjoy doing things like box step downs, where you stand on a box and have one foot hanging off to the side. I'd almost rather see a lot more people do that than fight through some actual pistol squats. It just keeps your knees in a better position. It keeps you in a better position all the way around while you're building strength and mobility and everything. But ankle mobility, hip mobility, my left side.
I would say for all of these things, a good point is, whether it be any of the skills we've mentioned so far, developing strength, kinesthetic awareness, the mobility to do them correctly, is leaning into more, instead of doing the actual movement like a strict pull-up where I'm kind of getting there and then I'm like lurching my way to the top, or Anything else is working more things that allow you to do high repetition variations of them, more eccentrics, more isometrics. So more where you're controlling the movement in a way, in a fashion that lets you do it for longer, whether that be piked on a box or nose and toes. So you're actually holding a more stable midline versus just heels against the wall in the handstand hold, or eccentric box step downs versus just YOLOing, kind of like it's giving your body, you're strengthening yourself, you're getting more stretching in when you're doing a variation of it that allows you to do more volume, and you're doing it in a more controlled setting. So take your time building into those things. I feel like that's a big thing, like I see with people all the time on any of those skills.
I have 2 points when it comes to learning a new skill. Is one, the big one that we just touched on, is think about the skill. Why are we doing the skill? Why do you come in here and train? Why do we want to do handstand push-ups? Do we need handstand push-ups? What is the reason you want to get up on the rings and do like these big crazy skills? What is the reason you do want to PR your snatch and get better at holding a bar overhead and everything? If you really want these things, guys, you have to think through them. The why, not even like, why is this like not working for me? Like, why do I want to do this skill? Am I developing a muscle? Am I building coordination? There's more that goes into this than this just getting a skill, okay? And that's where I get really geeky over CrossFit, and there's always things to learn in there, and that's why we're never bored in here. Like, there's always things to learn. The other side of it is like, although we're giving you guys all of this direction and trying to like help you guys build a plan, bottom line is go in the gym and get reps in. Like, when you're learning a skill, you're not going to be good at it. It's going to make you sore. It's going to toss you around. The first time I did like the start of the back roll to support, my shoulders were like destroyed the next day, just because it's a different skill. My shoulders have never been through that and everything. And it's nothing bad. It's just part of the learning process. You have to go through those bad reps to eventually get to the good. And it's super frustrating at first, but that's why most people quit. So you have to go in there. I saw one of our 5 a.m.ers today was talking about how he was so proud of how he got his ring muscle ups more consistently. You know what we saw him do every day? After class, he'd stay and get 10 attempts. Like, regardless of what the attempts look like, makes, misses, sets, like 10 attempts. And those reps just add up. So yes, you want to be thoughtful and have these good plans going, but bottom line is get in the gym and go get the reps in. Like, start learning, start failing, start falling on your butt, and then you'll eventually get there. The other cool thing is there's a lot of resources out there, like YouTube videos. Freaking butterflies, toes to bar, double unders. Oh, actually that says double unders. Everything takes time and everyone learns skills at different paces, so patience. People struggle with patience. That's a good point on here. Legless rope climbs, because the top scares me. Legless rope climbs is just strength, so get strong. Snatches. There's a snatch series on my YouTube page. Everything. Wow, someone's got a lot of issues out there. I saw you on the skier, and I copied your technique today, and it felt so much better. Oh, great. That's cool. I'm a big visual learner too. That's why I have to look up videos sometimes. So shout out to all the visual learners out there. All weightlifting exercises with the bar, snatch, deadlift, etc. Wow, those are 2 completely different lifts too. Consistency, muscle ups, handstand walks, talking to girls.
Are we answering any of these or just reading them?
When you want to answer the talk to girls, give them some advice, quick. Quick, that's their struggle. That's their struggle. You have to give them some advice.
Go do it. That's how you're going to get better at it. Go do it.
Gerard, do you have any advice for talking to girls?
Go do it.
Don't say anything you're not supposed to say.
Don't say things you're not supposed to say. That's what Gerard said. Go do it. Actually, how to reach the wall ball target. Grow. I feel you there. Butterfly chest to bar, double unders, handstand walk, snatch, pull-ups, toes to bar. Wow. Overhead squats. That's mobility. Have fused right ankle. That's interesting. You got to get some really mobile hips to, I feel like, to compensate for that. What would you say to someone like that? Is it worth,
Yes.
like, if you go through that, can you gain ankle mobility from that, or it's just like,
well, I don't
it's
know
just
exactly
much
what their
harder?
surgery is, but there's some point of you can get as much as you can get, right? It doesn't mean you don't try.
Yeah.
You don't try to get as much as you can, but if you have a fused ankle, there's going to be limitations. And so I would say it's your body, it's what you want to do with it, but like there might become a time and a place to where overhead squatting is not going to make your life better. And you have to like come to terms with that on your own, but like if you try to push through that too much because you're like, I love this, or I want to do this, or I want to compete in this, you have the possibility of hurting your knee or your hip or having compensatory injuries. So you have to realize there's certain things that, like, overhead squat is a great movement. You could still work it with a PVC probably and not affect yourself and still work some of the great mobility benefits of an overhead squat, but you just need to say, is this going to make my life better, or does this fit my goals and what I'm trying to do, and make a call like, hey, I'm just going to work on, front squatting because I'm still able to do that with the range of motion I have, but then I don't put my shoulders in a precarious situation and I build on to that another injury because of that. So I would say, know why you're doing it, and you can still do, like, try to squat heavy and do some different things and do some things to keep your mobility in your upper body. But if your goal is, if you're in the gym every day to feel better and be fit and be as strong as you can be with a fused ankle, then overhead squats probably, well, they may not be the best thing. I don't know you well enough to know, but you have to
But
pick
it
and
is
choose
that
these things.
you just have to come into the gym knowing, like, why are we coming into the gym? And maybe there is a day that you're like, shoot, I really want to overhead squat. Like, and you go for it that day and you take that risk of, like, fighting for that skill a little bit. But overall, we have to be smart athletes and realize, like, we're in this fitness
Here's the
world
thing
and
is, when you're dealing with injuries and you want to push through them, you have to realize if you push through them and cause more injury or cause an issue somewhere else, it's going to affect your ability to train other things. It's going to affect your motivation. It's a slippery slope. Like, one of our goals in here is to teach people to push themselves hard and do everything, but the number one goal is consistency. That's how we get stronger. That's how we get better. And you can't be consistent if you're banged up all the time.
Yeah.
So.
True that. Hey, good luck with that. I mean, I know that there's plenty of stuff. I know it's a limitation in something you're going to deal with.
You can still do so much,
tackle.
and you can still get to be the best, most mobile fused ankle in the world. That can be your goal.
There you go. Getting over ego and not worrying about what people are doing, just me. I think we all have that issue. Cutting back on weights to make sure I have good form, also ego. We all have that because we're trying to compete and push ourselves with our friends.
A good point too is it's not always ego. Sometimes it's just a lack of education. Somebody can be doing a drill, like I use this as like the drills that, I don't know, Patrick Mahomes does is not the drill that a 8th grade quarterback needs to be doing to progress to be. Patrick Mahomes wasn't doing those drills when he was in 8th grade. So to learn how to be a quarterback, whatever your skill or your thing you're going for is. So it's really important to know that I see this Rich Froning or Rebecca doing this skill or practicing this skill or practicing to get stronger at this thing, that what's best for you to eventually get to progress to where she is or where she's at is to do the things that she did when she was at your level or when you're when that athlete was on your part of the path. And I feel like that's a big place where misconception, where it's not necessarily ego. They say the best in the world does this, so I need to do this, but there's steps in there that you're skipping. But that's what you need to address to get there the fastest.
He's on fire. He's on fire, digging into all of y'all's issues out there. Just kidding. All of our issues together. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Double unders and handstand walks. I know all this stuff because I've done it all before. Double unders and handstand walks are the most popular one. Are you teaching all these people what not to do? Because all of your life experiences, we all have all of these issues. Double unders and handstand walks on here the most, for sure. Stringing together ring muscle ups. That's actually on my ring muscle up series. There's a good tip on there. Making sure I don't miss any funny ones. Someone said struggling not to make jokes out of everything. That's not an issue. That's funny. Well, I guess if they're not inappropriate jokes or whatnot. There's a time and a place for jokes. I did tell the fellas this morning because they were laughing at each other so much doing these strict pull-ups. I was like, you guys are going to have abs of steel because like they laugh so hard trying to like hold themselves on the pull-up bar. I was like, you guys are getting extra ab work in. I don't know how they do that.
Like you on your
excuse me.
Your 20-second bench press the other day.
That was funny. I struggled so hard on this bench press, guys. It just like made me laugh like so hard. I don't know why it made me laugh. It was just I stopped moving and I thought I had it and I didn't. Anyways, someone said to forget about him when I was on everything reminds me of him, period. This is the right podcast to ask that question. That isn't even a question, but yeah, go for it, Coach.
I don't understand. I
don't understand it either. Or tell the ladies how to forget about their fellas, I guess, when they're broken up. I don't know. Thank you. Welcome to the No Regrets Relationship Podcast. Now, we should do a funny episode like that. That would be, and I give all of my relationship advice. Okay, let me see if I can find one more funny one. Pistol squats. Stupid ring muscle ups. Man, you guys got really angry at these. Shout out Meme for Time, our buddy, Roderick. He said, not crying. Boy, you know all of us memers out there and joke tellers, where I feel like we are the emotional people that people don't really, like I cry a decent amount. I think so. I hate to admit that, but yeah. I'm an emotional person, but I think you can see that in all of the faces that I make on all of my videos. But Roderick, just keep laughing, bro. We love all of your videos. Check out Meme for Time, guys. He's an awesome dude. We love you, Roderick. We're wrapping up this podcast that went all over the place. Talk through everybody's problems. I do think we should do a No Regrets Relationship Podcast edition. We're going to ask people for their relationship issues. Gerard, are you ready for that one? You think we can help people? I think we can help people. But you'll be watching. We know you'll be watching it. All right. How exciting is it that we have a big old sponsor? Make sure you guys keep up with us at Rebecca Fuseli on Instagram, Coach Matt Bear, Blitz the Best Boy, and the newsletter. You can ask us any questions you guys have at getthatfusednews@gmail.com. Other than that, we'll see you guys for episode 21 next week. Peace out.